Gibbons has never chased speed for speed's sake. For more than 5 decades with ZZ Top, he's preached one simple rule. It's not how many notes you play, it's which ones you choose. At 75, Gibbons finally reflected on the guitarists who shaped his ears, his tone, and his philosophy. These players weren't just technically gifted. They made the guitar talk. From blues pioneers to rock innovators, these are the 10 guitarists Billy Gibbons admires most. The players who taught him that soul always matters more than flash. Written: Duane Allman. Billy Gibbons always viewed Duane Allman as a guitarist who played from instinct rather than calculation. What impressed Billy most was Duane's ability to make slide guitar sound spiritual rather than technical. Every note felt intentional, soaked in emotion, and rooted deeply in the blues tradition while still pushing boundaries. Duane didn't rush. He allowed phrases to unfold naturally, giving the listener time to feel every bend and sustain. Gibbons admired how Allman could step into a jam and elevate everyone around him, never overpowering, but always commanding respect. To Billy, Duane represented the idea that guitar playing should feel conversational, like a dialogue rather than a performance. His work with the Allman Brothers showed that improvisation could be soulful instead of flashy, and that restraint often carries more weight than speed. Gibbons often reflected that Duane's playing reminded him to trust feel over perfection and to let emotion guide the hands rather than the ego. 9. Freddie King. Freddie King wasn't just an influence on Billy Gibbons, he was a blueprint. Billy has frequently credited Freddie with teaching him how to balance brute force and musical sophistication. Freddie's tone was massive, aggressive, and unmistakable, yet his phrasing remained melodic and purposeful. Gibbons admired how Freddie attacked the strings with confidence while maintaining clarity and structure. There was nothing sloppy about his power. Every note hit hard because it was placed exactly where it belonged. To Billy, Freddie King represented authority on the instrument, a guitarist who didn't need excess notes to make a statement. His blend of Texas blues grit and refined technique deeply shaped Billy's approach to tone and dynamics. Freddie showed him that blues could be loud, proud, and still emotionally honest. For Gibbons, Freddie King wasn't just a hero, he was a teacher whose lessons echoed in every ZZ Top riff. 8. Jeff Beck. Billy Gibbons admired Jeff Beck for his refusal to be confined by genre, expectation, or tradition. Beck treated the guitar like a living organism, constantly reshaping its voice through touch, tone, and innovation. What impressed Billy most wasn't Beck's technical mastery. It was his willingness to take risks. Beck allowed mistakes, embraced unpredictability, and used silence as powerfully as sound. Gibbons respected how Beck could say more with a single bend or subtle vibrato than most guitarists could with a flurry of notes. There was a sense of fearlessness in Beck's playing, an understanding that music evolves when artists stop chasing approval. To Billy, Jeff Beck represented artistic freedom in its purest form. He proved that guitar playing could be expressive, abstract, and deeply personal without losing its emotional core. Beck reminded Gibbons that curiosity is just as important as discipline. 7. Muddy Waters. Muddy Waters was the embodiment of authority, and Billy Gibbons revered him for that reason alone. Muddy didn't need complexity to command attention. His presence was enough.
Muddy ever since I was a crawling baby in the water when I was a little bitty tot.
Gibbons admired how Muddy could hold a room with the simplest riffs, delivering every note with confidence and emotional weight. There was no hesitation in Muddy's playing, no doubt, only conviction. Billy often said Muddy taught him the importance of groove, space, and restraint. Instead of filling every moment with sound, Muddy let silence work in his favor. His guitar wasn't about showing skill. It was about telling stories rooted in lived experience. To Gibbons, Muddy Waters represented the foundation of everything that followed in blues and rock guitar. His influence wasn't technical, it was spiritual. Muddy showed Billy that true power comes from believing in every note you play. 6. Jimi Hendrix. Jimi Hendrix fascinated Billy Gibbons because he shattered rules without abandoning the blues. Hendrix understood tradition deeply, which allowed him to bend it without breaking its soul. Billy admired how Jimi turned feedback, distortion, and chaos into musical language. Hendrix's guitar felt alive, unpredictable, emotional, and fearless. Gibbons respected Hendrix's ability to make innovation feel natural rather than forced. He didn't play to impress, he played to express. To Billy, Hendrix was proof that evolution in music comes from authenticity, not rebellion for its own sake. Hendrix expanded the vocabulary of the guitar while keeping it rooted in feeling. Gibbons often reflected that Hendrix taught him courage, the courage to explore new sounds without losing emotional grounding. Jimi didn't erase the past, he extended it into the future. 5. B.B. King. B.B. King's influence on Billy Gibbons was profound and deeply personal. Billy admired B.B.'s patience, his ability to let a single note speak volumes. B.B.'s vibrato wasn't just technique, it was emotion made audible. Gibbons respected how B.B. never rushed a phrase, allowing space to build tension and release naturally. There was wisdom in his playing, a lifetime of experience distilled into simplicity. Billy often said B.B. taught him that the guitar doesn't need to shout to be heard. Every note had intention, meaning, and emotional clarity. B.B. King showed Billy that restraint is a form of confidence, and that true mastery lies in knowing when not to play. For Gibbons, B.B. represented grace, maturity, and emotional honesty, qualities that transcend genre and era. 4. Eric Clapton. Billy Gibbons admired Eric Clapton for his evolution as an artist. Clapton didn't stay frozen in one era. He allowed his playing to mature alongside his life experiences. Billy respected Clapton's phrasing, clean, expressive, and always in service of the song. What stood out most was Clapton's emotional transparency. His guitar reflected joy, pain, regret, and reflection without pretense. Gibbons appreciated Clapton's commitment to the blues as a lifelong conversation rather than a phase. From Cream's explosive energy to his later introspective work, Clapton demonstrated that growth doesn't mean abandoning roots. To Billy, Clapton proved that longevity in music comes from sincerity and adaptability. He wasn't chasing trends, he was following truth. 3. Jimmy Page. Jimmy Page impressed Billy Gibbons with his ability to blend mystery, power, and musical intelligence. Page understood dynamics, when to attack and when to pull back. Gibbons admired Page's production instincts and his understanding of texture. To Billy, Page was proof that guitar greatness also lives in atmosphere and restraint. 2. T-Bone Walker. T-Bone Walker was foundational to Billy Gibbons's entire approach. His jazzy phrasing, smooth bends, and sophisticated chord work showed Billy how blues could be elegant. Gibbons has often said that without T-Bone Walker, rock guitar wouldn't exist as we know it. T-Bone taught Billy that style and substance can live together effortlessly. 1. Lightnin' Hopkins. At the top of Billy Gibbons' list is Lightnin' Hopkins. Raw, unpredictable, and deeply human, Hopkins embodied everything Billy believes guitar should be. His loose timing, conversational phrasing, and emotional honesty shaped Billy's entire musical identity. Gibbons has said, Lightnin' didn't play at the audience, he played with them. To Billy, Lightnin' Hopkins wasn't just a guitarist. He was the soul of the blues itself. Billy Gibbons' favorite guitarists share one thing in common. They played with feeling, not ego. They understood space, tone, and storytelling. At 75, Gibbons' list reveals a lifetime philosophy that the guitar is a voice, not a weapon. And when played with honesty, even one note can last forever.